Hello, I'm Luke with Ashley Furniture. This video is the typical assembly of an Ashley Furniture swivel bar stool with arms. Locate the hardware pack, which is typically attached to the bottom of the seat. Some of the construction features for this bar stool are the bolts, washers, lock washers have been pre-assembled in the hardware pack for your convenience. The bolts also have nylock applied to the threads, which prevent them from loosening over time, as well as the base has been partially pre-assembled for your convenience. Next, what I like to do to make assembly go quicker is take and remove everything from the pack and then organize them by similar group. We have the wooden plugs, the bolts, washers and lock washers organized by size, the Allen wrench for assembly, as well as the base, the two arms, the assembly instructions located in an orange envelope, as well as the seat and backrest assembly. The first step to start the bar stool assembly is to locate your assembly instructions in the orange envelope, remove them, and use them to complete the assembly. Next, to assemble the arms to the seat and backrest, we need to change the orientation by putting the seat on its back. We want to make sure that the seat is placed on a clean, smooth, padded surface to prevent damage. To assemble the arms, we need to grab the correct bolts as indicated in the assembly instructions and start with assembling the arm to the backrest. I'm going to use the supplied Allen wrench to start the bolt. And I want to make sure this is only finger tight to give some play or movement to assemble the remaining two bolts to the seat. Again, only finger tightening the two bolts. With all the bolts finger tight, I'm going to take the Allen wrench and firmly tighten the bolts all the way. With all three bolts firmly tightened, I'm going to repeat the process on the other side. With the arms assembled to the seat and backrest, we can take the supplied wooden plugs and insert them to the holes that connect the arm to the backrest by firmly pressing in. For the next step, as referenced in the assembly instructions, I need to place the seat, arm, and backrest assembly onto the base assembly. A step that will help save time is make sure this top plate is positioned over the through hole so you can assemble the bolt from the bottom into the seat frame. I'm going to place the seat over the plate on the base and make sure it's aligned. Then I'm going to take the bolts, make sure it is still aligned with the through hole. With one bolt loosely assembled, I'm going to rotate the piece so that the next hole is aligned with the through hole, and loosely tighten that and continue all the way around. With all bolts loosely tightened, we need to repeat the process, firmly tightening all four bolts. This concludes the assembly of a typical Ashley Furniture swivel bar stool with arms. We ask that you periodically check the bolts to make sure they remain tight. I'm Luke from Ashley. I'd like to thank you for your purchase, and I hope you enjoy it. Hello, I'm Luke with Ashley Furniture. This video is the typical assembly of an Ashley Furniture swivel bar stool with arms. Locate the hardware pack, which is typically attached to the bottom of the seat. Some of the construction features for this bar stool are the Bolts, washers, lock washers have been pre-assembled in the hardware pack for your convenience. The bolts also have nylock applied to the threads, which prevent them from loosening over time.